It looks open, and I would bet that it's not supposed to be that. You know, people have the trunk button sometimes on their
key. Yeah.
Hello again. Who's that? What's up? Put him on. No. Just set him right carefully. Thank you.
Isn't he missing a row?
No. Yeah, the desks were all different yesterday. I don't know what's going on.
There's a random desk sitting over there.
The desks had been rearranged, and I think he's like. Hi.
Hi. I came this way because people are right here. They're going to let you know. They're just standing in the hallway. Oh.
Yeah, it's really irritating.
The only thing is, though, is that if you do it, then that means everybody should be able to do it. And you know, Tanisha, you need to be able to say, excuse me, like you mean it, and walk right through people.
Yeah, but
Have you ever been to a concert?
No.
I was the best person to go to a concert with, because believe me, I just kept walking. Just keep walking. You have to focus. Excuse me, and walk right through.
I normally
Try not to bump
this
it.
heavy.
Okay?
Huh?
I'll be back to work for the test.
I don't have your test.
Okay, I'll get him. I'll send him.
I wasn't planning on looking on just with you today for it. Okay, I'll get the test tomorrow. Alright? You go to biology.
I'm gonna be back.
Did you what? You want to do it today?
Yeah. Everything else?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
I did it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to do. Thank you. Yeah. Do you want to touch it?
No.
That's a shocker. You know when people came up to me, can I touch your hair? Can I touch your hair? I'm like, It's like, it's hair.
I took your own hair.
You took out the other ones, your hair looks cute like that. You actually look cute with short hair.
I know
Kind of
that's what
tousled around like that. Tousled curls.
Thank you. Now when it's getting hot, I like short hair, but during the winter, I grow it out. But in the summer, time to chop it off. Okay, back. Who the hell is my chair?
I took it over there, sorry.
It's in the corner.
Last time I looked, it didn't have your name on it.
Dang, maybe I should get a Sharpie and write my name on it.
You finally remembered your Goldberg.
My what?
Your yogurt.
Oh.
I did remember my yogurt. Yesterday I felt like I was gonna faint all the way home.
That was funny.
I don't eat that much as it is. If I forget my yogurt, I'm in trouble.
Eat too much.
What?
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
Choking on a banana.
I didn't choke on it.
Is that like...
Oh,
What? Bro, I'm so childish. It's funny.
Ernesto chokes on bananas.
That's weird.
It's okay. Everybody's okay, right?
She was choking on a banana just now.
No, I didn't. I just bit it too much.
When my son was little, he choked on a piece of, we were eating ribs, he was like 3, and you could tell he was choking on a piece of meat, and he literally started turning blue. I was on the phone with 911, we lived like up in the kind of El Dorado Hills area, so it would have taken a while for an ambulance to get there. And his dad hit it really hard on the back, and it went flying out. And he was starting to blue. We would lost him. He hit it and it went flying out. And he goes, Dad, why you hit me? I'm like, he's alive. But he still remembers that. 29. Still remembers how it was.
29?
I choked on a piece of bacon and my mom just got her nails done and she's like, dig my whole nails, yeah.
Dug down in your throat.
Yeah, with my nails and with the sun back.
Your mom?
Yeah.
You don't touch you?
No, I was
Well,
just,
she saved you from choking.
she just really got her nails done and she was feeding us bacon and I was choking and she like,
Oh, how old were you?
I was like 5.
Dang.
It was nasty. I was nasty.
That's what she said.
Hey, that's, you know, that's one of the least nasty things about being a mother.
Yeah, they gotta clean your butt. Clean your
Bro,
butt.
being a mother, I think it's freaking harder than being a guy.
You know what?
Yeah,
The
definitely.
thing is, you're a parent forever.
Shut yourself
They
up.
never
Have
grow
kids.
up. Then they just have kids and then they need help with their kids.
Yeah, that's your lost fun break.
Sometimes.
B14? Hello. Okay. Okay, right. Disclaimer. Hold on. Yes. Zach said he'll be back 4th for the kids' solo test, and I said not today. Okay.
Great.
I don't have it, I'll get it tomorrow.
Why aren't you in class?
Good.
But you shouldn't ask me at the beginning of a class. You should be there.
I do that.
Ask them, make sure that you get attendance, and ask how you come here. What is it you need?
That's pretty cool.
I feel like they like that.
I don't know what this one is.
I feel like they
The
like
science?
that.
For me?
Yeah.
I'm looking for
I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you get them for cat or ass?
Yeah,
No,
man.
I not
You
the.
know what? I'm very good.
Oh, thank you. Not yet.
There's no way.
Over the next few days. I'm not doing it today. I don't want to do it today. I gotta organize it first. Thank you, Nick.
You know what? You know what just happened just now, Mr. Walker? I tried to give her a compliment and she said, are you sure you're not being sarcastic?
I said
And I told her,
thank you.
and I told her, I know I can be a sarcastic asshole. Well, come on.
No, but see, that's the problem,
I said.
when you push it too much. I'll teach you guys, you know what, I used to be really sarcastic, I used to do, like, you guys remember Hannigan, right?
Yeah.
I love
One day
him.
Hannigan, this is what I love about Hannigan, why he's a good friend of mine. He said to me, we're on a walk, he said, hey Wallace, I gotta talk to you about something. I said, what's up? And he said, you know how you, and he said, I'd like you to stop that. It's a little, you know, like I'm kind of tired of it. And I said, absolutely. And then we're walking, he goes, he's kind of quiet for a while, and then he goes, I feel really bad saying that. He's like, this doesn't like change things. Like, and I said, no. I said, I respect the fact that you could be honest with me, that our friendship is worth the risk of ending it over something like, I'm not that petty. The thing you're asking me is not ridiculous. You're telling me how you feel, and now in our friendship, I know that this is a boundary I'm not going to cross with you, and I've crossed it. Now, and the thing is that I didn't know that I had crossed the line because I just assumed it was just part of my shtick. You know, it's part of just what made me funny. Like, ha ha ha, it's a joke. But it was a joke to me, but it wasn't a joke to him. And then he's just, you know, and that was cool. So the thing is that when that becomes your shtick, and that's your shtick, right? You know the whole thing about crying wolf?
Yeah.
You know the story about crying wolf, right? Now people don't know when you're, well, the point of that story is no one knows when you're serious. Then the kid gets eaten by the wolf.
The kid's named Peter.
No,
What's his name?
That was a
What?
different one.
his name was Lawrence. No, Peter and the wolf.
His
Yeah.
name was Chris. I've cried wolves. Well, you're a woman. So you cry wolves. I rarely ask for help. I need it.
But so you learn something from that. So now maybe, you know. But at least you know too that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Here's my point, Ernesto.
Are we still
Don't be
talking about
surprised that people don't take you serious. You know. Man, so I'm gonna recommend an album to you guys. I don't know. Courtney Barnett and Kurt Vile did an album together called Sea Lice. Sea lice, like thing in your hair. Sea lice.
That makes me not
Like sea ice. Yeah, they're kind of funky. I don't know if you guys- Kurt Vile. But Courtney, they did an album together that I think is just brilliant.
You watched the documentary about Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain?
I have. I'm we're talking about
It's called Kurt and Courtney.
no.
It's interesting. I've watched little bits and pieces of it.
There's a documentary that's a highly acclaimed, like Academy Award nominated documentary called. It has a funky name, something like.
Mr. Moss is a big.
That's a huge spider. You gotta kill it.
Where?
Where should I kill?
Just do it.
Yeah, don't kill it.
Oh my god.
If you don't kill it,
Don't
it's
kill
the
it.
daddy long legs.
Don't
Ah! No,
I learned something yesterday. Okay.
Why are you guys so
Mr. Wallace? Hey, if you have daddy long legs about, you're not supposed to see Black Widow.
That wasn't the Black Widow, but.
That was a daddy long legs, and so if we have those, we're not gonna see Black Widow.
You can't feel their bite.
No, but they are the most dead.
Not stressed.
That wasn't daddy long legs.
No, we're
No,
gonna.
it wasn't.
The butt was black.
That
That
was
was-
literally supposed to be
They're
brown.
weird.
What's the name of the dark documentary?
Chupacabra.
The black-butted poison dark spider of Brazil.
Was it?
Can I tell my story?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, Chris. I would answer this for you, but at some point, the spider story is going to get turned into talking about your dog. Okay? I don't want to go there.
I want to go
The
there.
spider bit my dog.
Not that I know of.
The dog ate my
You should. The other day, she was like, "Here, Wallace, I want to show you this picture of my flyer." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Chris, I'm really." But she goes, "No, I just want to, just real quick, and check out my flyer, real quick." And then the first thing, what do I see? A dog video. Oh, that's my dog. You set me up. It is called.
Sally's almost 2.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
There you go. Hey, I saw your mom last night.
Oh, did you?
You know what? This is a compliment. Don't get weird. I was checking her out. I saw these two ladies walking, and I was like, yeah. And I passed by, and I looked in the rearview mirror, still checking them out, and all of a sudden they stopped and turned around, and I realized it was Connie and your mom. So I pulled, and I told them, I said, man, I was checking out the hot women walking down the street, and they're like, anyway. Am I making you, is this uncomfortable for you? That's a compliment, brother.
Twice.
That's not, I mean, you know I respect the hell out of your mom too. I'm not bringing it up to like. So there is a documentary, and my daughter really, because she really liked Nirvana, and she watched the documentary. I'm not going to go into why, but about the middle of the documentary, she got up and said, "I'm done." And I'm like, "What's up?" She goes, "I hate him now." Because of the documentary. Now there's a part of the documentary where this fact comes out about him that she found just incredibly repulsive about his
Who
life.
are we talking about?
Kurt Cobain. Now I think that he was also someone who had a very screwed up upbringing. Well, no. His upbringing wasn't.
There's one,
He had a lot of issues.
Kurt and Courtney, basically, I have to watch, I've got it recorded, but it's I've heard they interviewed people that were before him. He's a
The documentary I'm
He's
talking
almost
about.
like a victim, the one I'm watching.
The documentary that I watched is actually produced, it was made in part with his daughter.
Okay.
And she and the filmmaker who made it, she was like an advisor with it.
What's the name of it?
It's something like, something of chaos. It's a,
Okay.
if you go, Kurt Cobain documentary, something of chaos. It has a name like that. I think it was something of chaos.
One thing you were gonna show a movie, but you never did it. So,
Oh, yeah, I said that I hadn't brought the, what was the document, I was gonna show?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What was it? I said I would, I was gonna show Napoleon Dynamite, right? Wasn't it Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah,
No, wait a minute.
Yeah, because he was talking about enchiladas.
What the hell has to do with it?
No. She's right.
2015?
Yeah,
That was good memory.
that's the point.
How did it have been in 2015?
What is it?
Well,
What's it called?
enchiladas sounds really good.
Montage of Heck.
Montage of what?
Montage of Heck.
Montage of Heck. Yes, I don't know why I came up. That's it. That's the documentary. Montage of Heck.
That should be inside DoorDash.
Hey, real quick, so, hey, excuse me.
Might be for,
Sent his full
I know, I use it all the time.
spit.
Ernesto,
What the hell do you want?
Mr. Walls is trying to get your attention.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
watch them out.
I know the one I'm watching is wrong.
I don't, you know what? I
There's
don't
one
get.
called Kurt and Courtney. Watch it. That, it's like this English guy goes around interviewing people that do that.
So,
Yeah.
It gets really interesting, synopsis. One girl who's a childhood friend of his says he was so isolated. And then she says, when people are fame is isolated. And if you think about it, that's true. People
That's how I am. I feel
want to be
isolated.
famous, and then they get famous, and then all of a sudden everybody wants something, and they can't just be themselves anymore. Go to the store. What amount of money is worth your sanity? I don't know.
There is a
I
book
don't know.
now
They
about,
wind up very alone.
there is a book that's out, I don't know the name of the book, but it's about all of the people here in the United States who have, over the past couple decades, have had major winnings of the lotto, and how almost all of them regret that their lives suck afterwards. It completely destroyed friendships, families.
If I won the lotto, I would not tell anybody. I would keep working here. I would just have a private jet, take me wherever I went on the weekend. Have a
Instead of going to Woodlands,
I'd
you're going to
have
Paris.
I'd have a limo
Oh, I
here
gotta
to
go to
the
Paris.
Wouldn't your family be like, where did Chris go?
You know what? The members in my family that are still alive, I wouldn't care, except my kids, and I definitely wouldn't tell them.
You know what I do? If I was alive,
There's no
I
way.
get a bidet.
A what?
I get a bidet.
You want a gold one?
A bidet.
they clean them.
No, so I don't ever have to wipe again. I just turn the
You
light.
are
I don't know.
so lazy.
I would so buy that.
Now, who even clean your butt?
Yeah, it would.
No, just leave it.
I wouldn't buy that Mr. Wall, that's
That's
really,
disgusting.
yeah.
I get
They
it.
literally just sprays water in your ass.
Yeah, you
There's
don't
no
smell
point.
I
like
would
you.
No point.
I would buy, if I could cook a maid and a person.
How much is that?
1 second.
How much is that?
You have it at the hospital.
Hey, I need
Yeah.
someone to go, Devin,
What?
will you please go to Barlow's and ask him, I'll tell you what, since you're all caught up in Barlow's, I got nothing else to do but to let you use the computer, okay? But I'm gonna try to get some work, okay? So, you may use this, but when I get work from Mr. Barlow, you gotta do that before you use the computer, okay? Please don't do that. Hey Devin, will you go to Barlow's, please, and ask him, tell them that Wallace begs him
Should I do it?
for packets for Ryan. I'm begging him. Okay?
Why don't you send me?
Because you're not caught up in Econ, and we are gonna do Econ today, guys, real quick. Dinner.
I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Pickles.
My dad bought some bone-in pork. Chicken.
Pork butt? Pork roast? Is it Boston?
I don't know, but it was like a really good cut of pork for like $5. There was like 3 nice slabs in there.
Okay.
And,
Good pork chops?
yeah,
Pork chops.
and Ryan,
What was
and
kind of tepid?
so my parents went on a walk and they grabbed some fresh rosemary from the bush that was
Ooh.
overhanging the sidewalk, and so they put that in there.
I like using rosemary in cooking. I make a really delicious rosemary potatoes.
I have some good potatoes. Like the little.
That's it, you wanna steal my thunder? I just said, can we just like, if you're gonna be like, Mr. Wallace, please describe your rosemary
Really,
potatoes.
this potatoes.
That's cool, I love potatoes.
Potatoes.
I love potatoes, Andrew, just love that. Andrew, what did you have for dinner last night?
I have. Yeah, cookies and milk.
Cookies and milk,
Milk and cookies.
coconut cookies,
Yes.
macaroons.
No.
Carbonated.
No.
Girl Scout cookies.
No.
Ty, how
I
about you?
didn't eat dinner.
Okay. Nicole,
I don't know how to say it in English.
you don't know how to say, what,
Say
what,
it in
what,
German.
I don't, if I try, I'm gonna look stupid, so I'm just gonna.
what
say
actually,
it.
what,
You're not gonna look stupid.
Huh?
what,
It was like
what cuisine? Is it German?
a German.
Oh, it's German, okay. I just, what was in it?
It was like a type of soup thing. I don't know what was.
But it was German.
Yeah.
Type of
Try
soup
to
that's
say.
German. Ah, a Suppensee freaking fucking.
Okay, it doesn't have a sound like it.
It sounds like German,
Oh,
but it's a soup.
yeah.
It's not borscht, is it?
I don't know.
Were there beets in it?
I don't know what the name was of the one soup bowl.
Was there meat in it?
Yes.
Say it, if he knows how to.
Hold on, you guys are making her like all nervous. Was there noodles in it?
There's no judgment going on.
Hold on, was there tomatoes in it?
Yes.
Was it goulash?
I don't know.
Do you know the name?
If there was meat and were the noodles macaroni?
No.
Oh,
Was it
It
Google?
was like white, it was like this one.
You didn't say
like
it.
noodles that long. There was meat, was it beef? Was it like ground beef?
That's little
No.
spaghetti.
So chunks of beef?
I know it sounds spaghetti, jackass.
You need a little bit of ointment for that burn?
Go here.
Anyways, it's dog him. Just ask him. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, do you know what she had?
She
No.
told you to ask me?
No, I said no.
It wasn't
Ask him what he
minestrone,
has.
was it?
Ask him what he has for dinner.
Oh,
What did
ask
you
him.
have for dinner?
What did you have for dinner? Ernesto.
Well, I wonder what she had.
Ernesto had
Oh my god,
sopes.
Ernesto!
He had sopes.
What?
Just that's what you had for dinner.
Maybe I'm telling you, he had sopes with carne asada.
Yeah.
Fries.
Sopes.
You said fries?
Carne asada fries?
No.
You just kidding.
You said soap.
And then you said carne asada.
Oh, now, hold on, wait a minute. You could put carne asada fries on top of sopes, and I bet that'd be pretty good. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's thinking about himself, damn, next time I go, we get carne asada fries.
Where'd
on
you
my
go?
sopes.
Where'd you get it from?
You what?
Your Mexican food.
It's from a taco thing, my guy.
My guy, you know, he's brothers with Miguel, my guy. How about you? What'd you have for dinner last night? Salad flats? Chicken? What kind of chicken?
I said chili.
Oh, chili. How did I get chicken out of that? It's close, right?
Cause you're dead.
Chicken.
Chili. Did you have it with cornbread?
No.
Garlic bread?
Biscuits?
Did you get rice?
Garlic bread?
Rice?
No.
Just ignore that.
Was it
Okay,
homemade?
was that it?
Homemade? Was it
Yeah.
homemade?
Okay.
That's homemade.
He said we're bad. We actually ate last night. That's a shocker.
He normally never eats.
I would say that, well, yeah, I guess. Definitely. Nico.
Show me what you should say.
I can't hear you, Ernesto.
Are you sure that is music? That's not loud. Oh, Devin.
No.
He
So,
beat
did
you up.
you interrupt him?
You want me to go?
Go back in there,
I'll interrupt him.
start smacking the wall. Go like this.
Excuse me. You
Just
are
like
really
that.
my baby.
Okay.
Keep doing it
You
again.
did that just to this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit down. That's fine. Thank you for not
Do it
interrupting.
again, Mr. Wallace.
Nico, you had chow mein from where? Bel Air.
Oh, chow mein.
Chow mein.
Well, they have the best chow mein.
No.
No.
Well, not the best, but
Then
it's
it's
pretty
right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
but it
pretty
ain't
good.
the best.
And
I don't know Panda. No, not Panda.
Yeah. You know who has killer chow mein? Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
They
god,
got
Olive
so
Garden
good.
Day.
Right?
That's so good.
Yeah. They have really good.
Olive Garden has really good.
I bet you your
You like
mom.
Louis?
Huh?
Louis? No,
Louis
he's the
Oliver?
We
money
always,
guy.
I've only like dined in once, but we always do things.
I like Green Day.
Does your mom make killer chow mein?
No.
Chow mein?
Sure, her chow mein is, you know, here's what you gotta understand.
Oh boy.
Most Chinese,
Wow, Lindsay, stop.
most Chinese people, the kinds of food, like when you go to a,
Chinese store?
when you go to a Chinese restaurant, and you order a combination plate, you know how most combination plates are like chow mein, fried rice, and then like sweet and sour chicken,
Yeah.
something like that? Okay, most Chinese people don't eat that.
Yeah, they have like vegetables.
Like they, well, they order, no, they won't order, they'll order, like sometimes, now, depending on the Chinese restaurant, you'll get a menu that has things in English and things in Chinese. So we talk about ordering off of the Chinese menu. So like my mom, when she goes into certain types of Chinese restaurants, Green Jay doesn't have this. Green Jay, everything is all in English and it's just right there. But my mom will order from the Chinese menu and it's stuff that you wouldn't, that's not,
On the English menu?
yeah, because most people don't eat those things.
Yeah, like eyeballs.
Eyeballs,
Eyeballs.
that's what you think. That's what Chinese people eat.
I think that's
Yeah.
you eat that, alright?
So anyway.
I know Jackie Chan.
So let's go back to this. So my point being that the chow mein that you guys would find, and I like that kind of chow mein too. That kind of chow mein, my mom's not good at cooking at because that's more of an American invention. Okay.
I don't eat straight.
It's more like it's real hot, like sweet and sour chicken. Nobody in China eats sweet and sour chicken. Like that's a total like Hawaiian, like the pineapple and that kind of sauce and stuff. That's a fusion of Hawaiian influence, West Coast Chinese influence.
Can you read the Chinese menu?
No,
No.
I can't read Chinese.
I'll just take your mom to the Chinese restaurant.
She could.
And
Oh, she's
I'll have her like tell me what it is.
my mom.
Come eat you up.
Konnichiwa, dude, that's Japanese. Freaking ding fuck. Konnichiwa. My mom can actually speak Japanese too.
What is arigato mean?
Arigato? Arigato. Arigato isn't it thank you? Or is konnichiwa? No, one of them's thank you, one of them's like goodbye.
You're supposed to know the language, bro.
It's Japanese, bruh.
Oh, close
What is
enough.
Kanye Fontoy?
Kanye
That's not
Fontoy.
French.
Dude, that's when you mix Chinese New Year and Kanye West. Kanye
it's something.
It's Gong Hei.
Yeah.
Fat choice.
Yeah.
What? Bad
Okay.
joke?
What does that mean?
Gong Hei Fat means Happy New Year. I don't know
You said fat
literally
joke?
what it translates to, but it's
Wait, did you say Fat Joe, right?
Gong Hei Fa Choi.
It sounds like saying Fat Joe.
And then if you're a child and someone comes up to you and says, Gong Hei Fa Choi, you would go like this to them. You'd go, I see dialect. That's the
What
response.
does that mean?
What is that?
It's kind of it's a kid thing. Like as an adult, if you say that to another adult who says Gong Hei Fa Choi, it'd be considered very rude, but it says, please give me a red package. Have you guys seen the red packages at Chinese restaurants? Envelope and there's money in it. Yeah, do you guys know what the red package, why everything's in red?
Why?
What it symbolizes?
Because they're blood.
Dragon.
No.
Oh my god!
Well, there's a dragon on sometimes. So the legend is this, that
Here we go.
I'm going to teach you guys some history here. The legend is that what you have to understand is the Chinese civilization, Chinese culture. Like it's a very agrarian society, right? You guys are going to play on your freaking phones?
No.
Because I'm trying to teach you some culture.
Shut up on everything.
Yeah.
Go on a
So
walk.
it's a very agrarian society. So what happens is, and the families are so big that there's only so many people who can work on someone's farm, right? So a lot of the youngsters will be sent off to go work in factories or to go work in the city or in town. So they leave, they work really hard, and they come back once a year to have a meal with the family. And so when they come back, there's the legend of this dragon that awaits them. And that dragon is hungry and knows that the people coming back, and knows that they only come back on this path once a year, and their pockets are probably full of money when they come back. So it's going to devour them. It's going to devour them and their money. And so the whole Gong Hei Fa Choi thing, the red is to scare off the dragon or this mythological creature. And the money, and that's why during Chinese New Year there's very little money in those packages. Because like at Christmas, you get a red package, it's usually full of it'll have like $100 bill or something like that. But during Chinese New Year, it's only like $1. In fact, some people put cheaper money in it. It's fake money. So that if the dragon comes and, tries to devour you, if the color doesn't scare the dragon off, then the dragon's gonna look in the package, see it's only $1 paper money, and be like, okay, you can go.
Dragons are real.
Yes, they are. Yeah, dragons are real. I think Wallace is a dragon.
No.
That's what they call me at the club. Red dragon.
That's kind of weird. That sounds like a
Oh
thing
my
like
god,
that.
why'd you?
All right, where did we end?
No, for real, Mr. Wallace, you know
We're
dragons
done.
are real?
We're done.
No,
No?
on you.
No. You
Chow
said,
mein.
what did you say? Oh, chow mein.
That's why the whole conversation started.
Thank you.
You know,
Ryan, what did you have for dinner last night?
Take it the next one time.
Chris, what did you have for dinner last night?
Cabbage and kale salad, Parmesan sunflower seeds.
I had a mushroom,
I'm done.
mushroom, tomato, and garlic pizza from Papa Murphy's, no sauce.
Why not sauce?
I don't like it. I don't like their sauce.
Oh yeah, this
I
sauce
said
is
the
pretty
same
wild.
thing this morning.
What's the whole point of pizza if you don't know sauce?
Everything else.
Yeah, yes.
You know what? Listen, I like a good pizza sauce. Hey, you got any more notes? Hey, Trevor?
Yeah, I got one. Got one right here.
Are you gonna put up with that? Are you going to let him do that to me?
Yeah.
I know what he did.
Was it a finger? Yeah.
Yeah.
It said something like, oh. Yeah. Oh, you want to read it?
Tie.
Yeah.
What is it, Tax?
Wait, we're not even
It's
done.
not-
Uh-oh.
We are done.
No,
Yeah, we
we're
are.
talking about something else. Wait, wasn't Chris gonna talk about her pets or something?
Say what?
Wasn't Chris gonna talk about her pets? And
Yeah, I was gonna talk.
Hey guys, what is a tax? Just real quick review. What
Money
is a
returned
tax?
to the government.
It's money given to the government to pay for what?
Resources. or-
Goods and services.
Yeah, resources.
Well, good
Excellent.
job.
Sure.
Okay. How does the government keep track of that money? What is the mechanism that they have in place to keep track of that money?
IRS.
Very good. What does the IRS stand for, Nicole?
Yeah.
No.
Real Subaru.
Real Subaru.
I don't know. Well,
It stands for, what does it stand for? Andrew.
Real
Oh
awesome.
my god.
Andrew's gonna, it stands for, you guys repeat after me, please, everybody. Internal. Let's do this together. Internal. Ernesto.
What?
You
Say
too.
it.
Internal.
Internal.
Really? You're not gonna play it? Come on, just indulge me a little.
Why?
This is the last chance I'll
You're
have
so
to.
Oh my god, you have like tomorrow.
Do
And the next day. And the next day.
Internal?
Well,
No, we're not on any chapter right now. We're talking this
We're
right
doing
now.
review.
Internal
External.
revenue service. And what, so that's the organization, that's the group. What is the mechanism they use to keep track of our money?
Don't they have like accounting?
It's called a tax return,
return.
What?
okay?
Isn't that when you return your taxes to get money back?
The tax return
Is the money that they send you.
is, well,
Yeah,
no,
why would you
the
want
tax
that?
return, so basically it's this, excuse me guys, at the end of the fiscal year, so at the new year, you will, if you're working and you've worked over the course of the year,
You don't work over the summer?
excuse me, you will get a tax, you will get a W-2 form, okay? You're gonna, so what it is it's a record of your deductions and your income. And you're gonna get this, and then you'll get these from whatever job you have. So if you have 3 jobs, you'll get 3 of these forms. You keep those, guys. Hey, listen up, please. I want you guys to pay attention. You guys keep those forms, and then you're gonna get a tax return form. So maybe a 1040EZ or whatever. There's gonna be a number, and it'll be based on your income and who you are, how you're gonna declare yourself. If you're a business owner, you're gonna get a different one. And you're gonna take the information from the W-2 forms, and you're gonna marry it to the tax return form. Then you're gonna send that into the IRS, and you're either gonna get money back or you're gonna give them more money. Okay? Now, they'll take your money out through deductions. What is the largest deduction? What is most of the money gets sucked into? Your federal income taxes.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the biggest money sucker. Alright? You're paying the federal income tax. Yes.
Wait, so like, since you guys like in the summer, are you guys gonna like get like double the amount of
So I'm done. I've paid out, go ahead, finish what you're asking.
so like you know how when school's over, like do you guys get like extra like double the amount you guys get?
No.
Oh.
So right now in this district, for example, I get paid, so I have what I make per year based on my contract, and that's paid out over 11 months. So I'm gonna have 1 month where I don't get a paycheck. But that doesn't mean I don't get the money, it's just my money is paid out over 11 months. So I have to budget. So I already start budgeting early on. I have a savings account and I keep money in that savings account. That's earmarked just for that month, the month of September, when I don't get paid. Okay?
But don't you want some?
Yep. But we get paid. The payments are doled out over an 11-month period. So I make all the money that I'm supposed to make.
Just that month is the month that you already
There's
got.
1 month that we do not get paid. For whatever reason, that's how our school district handles it.
There's 2 months that I don't get paid.
Oh, what?
That's okay.
So, but you're saying you still get that money, but during that month, you don't get that check because you already got it?
Correct.
That's if you're a teacher. If you're an assistant, you don't get paid for the summer.
I'll give you a paycheck.
So go to school, get a career. That's my advice to you.
Don't you have a career? That's what
I have some school, but if I had more,
Be a cover teacher.
I would be being paid for the summer.
Why did you become a teacher then?
More school.
You'd be a great teacher.
Thank you, Ernesto. And you know what? I'm going to
It'd be a lot more stress.
pursue a lot of things in my life. I plan to teach horseback riding. I have done that before. I'm doing it. I am a teacher.
Why sitting
I'm just not certificated.
She talks about her dog.
There was not
I'm
a canine in
kicking
that.
your ass. Okay? Just want you to know.
She gets to talk about her dogs all day, that's her job.
Wait, you're gonna teach horseback riding?
I have taught
No, dog back riding.
but I don't have horses anymore, but I'm going to advertise so people have their own horses and need lessons.
I'll just start a program.
I always wanted to
You
learn
need to
how
have a
to.
chance to know what the senior
No, but I can try to look it up.
No,
Is it on the real website?
Mr. Wallace was
Okay,
Mr.
back to this.
I have a question.
What's your
Do
question?
you know senior
No.
dollars, if you price the dollars?
If she could find them on the real
Here's the
website.
deal.
Why don't they have no?
Why don't you just come to the financial office in between classes and
Because I
deadlines?
Go ahead with the
Okay, excuse me, you guys.
Look, it's white.
Ernesto,
What?
He does too much. I know.
you know what, I'm gonna kick you out.
Why? I didn't do that.
Just because Ernesto, if I kick him out, he'll actually leave.
Then kick him out.
But I'm gonna kick you out, I'm
No.
gonna see how much compassion he has for other people. If I threaten to kick you out,
He'll probably
Maybe.
do too.
Bye.
But he's childish.
Oh, he said bye.
forget it. Hey guys, so besides the deduction for federal income taxes, which goes to paying for federal workers, goes to paying for infrastructure, the military, etc., etc., etc. Government. We also have payroll taxes.
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
would you ever kick me out?
Yes, bye.
Any reason?
I
Of
don't
course.
think, I
My,
don't think he has the power to kick anyone out.
Sure I do.
No, but like, if
I have power to
somebody
kick
misses,
people out.
like, pisses you off, I don't think he'll actually like, get out. I don't
Like
think
by magic.
Oh, like Superman.
Yeah.
People get like Superman, when you get like, you can't.
He will, like,
and then
calm
like, you just
down.
walk, like, just take a walk. or something.
Yeah.
I'd rather not kick you guys out.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? I'd rather you be in class.
Thanks.
Why would I want you guys? I mean,
So like, if Libby literally just like,
Got up and left.
yeah, what if she like got up and left and just started like flipping you
well,
off?
I trust you.
Cause,
It would
'cause you
depend
know
on
where I
context.
would go.
It would depend on
Where would you
context.
go?
So,
Where the hell do you think?
The office?
Ernesto, please.
Well, I get the, if you go to, oh yeah, ceramics,
Yeah.
that's like your,
Jesus.
You don't have to talk to him.
I gotta do.
yeah, she does, or like, I won't stop talking to her.
Okay. Then you got payroll taxes, which pay for Social Security, Medicare, disability, unemployment, etc. And then if you work for a company that pays into your retirement,
Are you gonna be in a retirement home anytime soon?
Anytime soon. Wow.
so some companies will pay, they'll match you 100%, and some companies will match up to 50%. There's percentages, so those are the kinds of things when you get a job, to investigate. Just so you guys know, if it's a government job, all of that stuff is supposed to be transparent. So before you go in, instead of asking, the person interviewing you, so let's say you try to apply for a job for the state, instead of asking them, hey, so what are my benefits? You can look all of that stuff up beforehand. That stuff is usually listed, all of those things, or you can call human resources and ask them, do you have a question? Yes.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did not just blurt out you have a question?
No.
I didn't.
No, that's fine, I'm hearing things. Okay. Are there questions about, oh, and then, of course, another type of tax you'll pay are property taxes. You guys remember what kinds of items are included in property taxes? Yes. One.
Like car.
Cars, what else? Boats, what else?
Wait, what?
Land, what else? Butts? A bus?
Yeah.
You just like guessing. That's a good guess. No, specifically house. I mean, listen. If you own a bus and you use it privately, that's basically your car. So it's automobiles, boats. These are property, these are big ticket items, guys.
Well, if you own a boat, then that'll be your vehicle.
What's that?
What's that?
If you own a boat.
Not necessarily, because a lot of people
What if you
own
own a
boats
speedboat?
for recreation.
Yeah.
Excuse me, for recreation.
That's the same thing with like jet skis and like speedboats and stuff like that.
You know what, I'm going to assume, now you're asking someone who's never bought a boat, I don't own a boat. So I'm going to assume it will be based on how much the thing is worth and whether or not you declare it.
What, your
A
income
boat.
taxes?
Boat as a property tax.
Yeah, property taxes.
What if you live on it?
If you live on it, you have it docked somewhere, and you probably, if you protect your residence, you may be able to deduct part of your docking fee.
Well, yeah, but when you have to buy a dock for that, so you can like buy.
You have to, you have to rent.
You register a boat just like you register a vehicle. So whatever tax you pay is paid at the time you purchase it. Tax is included in the sale.
What is that for? Hey. Well, people can drive me around, chance, what?
A chauffeur,
Chauffeur, yeah.
No.
Uber,
No, it starts with a T.
Taxi,
No. Chance, oh my god.
transportation,
Yes, thank you.
transportation.
that's basically like Uber, taxi,
No.
chauffeur. Those are all transportation.
What's the context? Why were you asking about it?
She was thinking.
Can she let her
couldn't
finish?
think of the word.
Yeah.
No, but
And it was
why?
Yeah, but why?
like, I don't know. I think you asked the question, I think.
Oh, umbrellas.
Umbrella. Why you say umbrella?
Why not?
Well, this one, did you know that? I think I might get a job.
God, please tell me it's gonna start now. Do you have to go now
Oh
to
no,
work
like
your
an
job?
actual job. No, like.
Cool. Where?
You know how I talk about?
Uh-huh.
They opened up behind my house and like they were looking for work and I was like, you know, might as well try. And then the owner he said he asked for my number like what hours we can work and stuff like that. And
If you need a reference, have them call me. I'll give you a good reference.
for real?
I think you can make a great
No,
worker.
they'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
Okay.
I'll say just don't piss him off. Or else he'll walk out and be like, I'm going to Ludwig's. No, I think you'd be an excellent employee. You're probably gonna work in the kitchen, right? You're gonna start at entry level dishwashing, prep cook, that kind of thing.
What is Kiki?
It's a chicken place.
You know, Kiki's chickens. Oh, Kiki's. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
That's turkey.
Oh, right. Sorry. All right. So with that done, we're done talking about taxes. We're done talking about types of businesses. Here's where I would like you to turn to. Guys, you're gonna need your books, so let's open them up. Don't roll your freaking eyes.
I just did.
There are three last things that we are going to cover. I'm going to tell you in a second. And we're going to jump around here to cover them. Yes. Yes.
Disrespectful. How do you not even know the age?
Would you just freaking give me
Mr.
a freaking system?
Mr. Wallace.
My nose.
Everyone turn to page 555. Ooh. 555.
What chapter goes to
What did you do to this
Since we want chapter.
Mr.
So we're
Wallace.
going to talk.
He said 555.
Banking and financial market.
I just heard
Why you making me?
I heard of
Right
a,
here. I'm going to go
No. We want chapter 16.
Obviously.
Jeez, I'm
slow down.
So you will.
So I was listening to, we're jumping around. What I want to do is talk, I want to get us to banks, okay? So it's actually 565, I was wrong.
You lied.
Yes, I lied. Page 56. Oh, is that work for Ryan?
Hey, Frank.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Can you put that in Ryan, stay here. Ryan, right. Stay Ryan, thank you. Come back in, Brian. Get back on your computer. Thank you, Brian. Give me this one. Thank you.
Hey, what page?
I got a school.
Can you keep that in? I'm not gonna have to.
He's got a one.
Oh, is there work that's complete?
It's already been turned in.
Oh, it's been
This
turned
is
in.
one draft of that.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so 565. Want to talk about the kind of banks that are out there? Okay. I want you guys to know this stuff, but before we do, I just want to mention something about money. You might be listening to debates about money. One of the things that I find kind of interesting right now, people are debating over is, here in America, have you guys ever heard of the term fiat money?
Like the car company?
No. So fiat, something that's done by fiat is something that's done by agreement, okay? So if I say we've decided on this rule by fiat, means we've all agreed to the rule. We haven't like signed off on it. We haven't created, we haven't created a constitution for it. Now, in the past, money has been tied in most places. It's tied to, you guys ever heard of something called the gold standard? You guys are going to see a video soon enough on banks, okay? Because we're in the bank section. You've heard of the gold standard, right?
Silver standard.
And so that's where money is tied to, it represents something.
Yeah.
That when you take all of your money and you want to cash that in for something, you'll get something in return. There's some kind of commodity. Here in the United States, since I believe, excuse me, Ernesto, since 1991, we have been printing money by fiat. By fiat. So a lot of people, so they consider our money, some people might consider our money absolutely worthless. There's nothing behind it. Other than the idea, the agreement is, this is worth something. Otherwise, money is dirty paper. You guys realize that, right?
Yeah.
That's all money is. So money is it's this very abstract concept. I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but to me, it's actually rather bizarre. In banks,
Did Frank give my
he gave us some work for you to do, and we'll do it tomorrow.
Frank?
When you go into a bank to get, there are some times where there isn't any actual money, actual paper in the bank. What there are promissory notes, there are contracts, and they all represent money, but it's all this abstract concept, okay? But the definition of money is, it's typically something that is what they call portable. It's something that it's represented by, like, here, this pen can be money. If I give you a pen, like if we decide that this pen is worth something, and we said, this is how simple it could be. From this point forward, our medium of exchange is this pen. So now if I want something from Libby, she makes a pot, a ceramic pot, and I want it, I can give her this pen for a pot.
No.
So then the question becomes, well, does she agree?
That's
Does
trading.
she agree to that? Well, it's not really trading, it's using money. This is commerce, right?
You know what?
I'm not
You know
trading a
what?
pen for a pot, and what she's saying is this pen represents the money in this society, whatever this society is, yes.
So, me and my parents were talking about this last night because,
No.
whenever I walk to and from school, I pass by this house that has some really nice lavender bushes in front, and I always want to like pick some off the bushes, but I would like feel really bad. And then my mom told me like, hey, why don't you get one of your like bowls and like go up to them and say, hey, could I like give you this bowl in exchange for some of your lavender? So I was like, yeah, that'd be like,
So that would be barter,
yeah.
okay? So here's the thing, Ernesto, when you said, is that like the pen, this would be money, that would just be barter, or that would be trade? In that case, she would be bartering one item for another, right? That's trade. But money, a currency, is that, it's like if that lady, because that lady couldn't go leave her house, take that bowl, and trade it in at Bel Air for food. They're going to expect some form of currency, okay? So, all right. Now we have banks. So everyone turn to page 565. So we have different types of banks. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to start reading page 565. I know you guys like reading silently to yourself. So start on page 565, and I want you guys to tell me. There are 4 types of banks. Tell me what they are. Here you go. Start on page 565. There are 4 types of banks. What are they? Don't blurt them out. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Start on 565. Information, please do not leave.
I need to go to the rest.
Oh, for God's sakes. Right now, when you have an assignment.
Wait, how many banks are there?
There are 4 types of banks you guys are responsible for knowing about.
Banking?
Starting on page 565, it says banking system, and there are 4 types of banks.
Wait, 5 what?
My son banks with one of them, and it is not a commercial bank.
He said 565.
It starts on page 565.
Okay.
Okay, that's the section. Okay, so I know. Earlier I said I was wrong. I said it. I'm wrong. It's 565. You weren't wrong. So start on 5. Thank you, Ernesto. I love you.
I hated a strong word.
Hey, would you hate me or him?
Yeah. He's the one who my banks.
What?
There you go.
You're very purple today. Oh, that's adorable.
You want Tetris for him?
What? Ooh, that is soft. Hey, 565, let's go. 4 types of banks. Obviously, a commercial
Hey,
because you're obnoxious. Why don't you not be as obnoxious, be more helpful, be more considerate to who? To me.
Oh. How do you count banks?
Well, there's 4 types. There's
I know.
commercial banks.
I only found 2.
Keep
Commercial
reading.
banks.
Keep reading.
Don't blurt it out, please. There you go. Savings banks. Although you were supposed to blurt it out.
Credit union is not a bank, is it?
Yes.
It's a type of credit.
Yes.
Savings.
So we got
That's funny. Are we going to be found now?
Credit union,
savings.
threat,
Golden one is a credit union.
and reversal requirement.
Oh, Wells Fargo is too.
Wells Fargo is not a credit union.
It's my bank.
It might be your bank, but it's not a credit union. And what's the last
Ain't
one?
no much card chase. One of those things.
You're a car chase?
And what's the last one?
That was a quick one.
Debit.
S&L. What does that stand for? Libby's gonna tell us. Start on page 565. So far, 3 banks that we have are commercial banks, savings banks, credit unions, and for those of you who already know what number 4 is, which Libby is gonna tell us, please let her answer it.
Is it
Here's the hint, S&L.
savings and loans?
Very good. Now, here's the question. Start reading what makes each one what they are. Why is a commercial bank called a commercial bank? What's the difference between these 4 different types of banks?
They all have different names.
Very good. Hey Ryan, chill.
They all have different names. They all have, yeah, I think
This
this
is
is
what this is.
Is this what I'm talking about?
What is a commercial bank? What does that refer to? Just what's one general thing you can tell me about a commercial bank? How is that different from a savings bank? How is that different from a savings and loan? How is that different from a credit union?
A member bank.
Well, all of them have members, right?
Yeah.
So be a little more specific. Look, they're all they all have similarities.
No, commercial bank accepts like deposits into vehicles, and then like
Savings bank is a real estate kind of thing. Credit unions.
Are you done?
Non-profit.
I got rudely interrupted.
No, I asked. It's my fault. I asked and I let you guys blurt. So let's start reading. May I get my book back? Are you willing to share your book with him? So, let's read commercial banks. Your neighborhood bank, please, listen up, please. I'm gonna start reading, I'm gonna be calling on you guys. We're gonna be reading sentences, please follow along.
Yes.
So here's what you do. If I call on your name and you don't want to read the whole sentence, tell me the first word of the sentence so I know you're following along. Your neighborhood, this is on page 565 under the heading Commercial Banks, the heading in black, not blue. Your neighborhood bank is a branch of a commercial bank. Libby. Thank you for following along. Devin.
Although.
Sweet Jesus. Let's try this again. Page 565. Under the black heading, no, it's not. Commercial bank.
She was right.
I was right.
I know you were.
I know she was
But I called two people and they didn't know where we were. That frustrates me. Okay. I call your name again. And if you're somebody I normally let out early and you don't know where we are, you ain't leaving early. That's right. Your neighborhood bank is a branch of a commercial bank. Devin.
Although they want provide another services only to businesses, commercial banks, now offer a wide variety of financial services to individuals as well.
Liberty.
Among these are savings accounts, checking accounts, mortgages, consumer loans for things such as cars, certificates, or deposits, CDs, and various investment opportunities.
Andrew.
Before 1999, Congress changed the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933. Banks were barred from selling investments such as stocks.
Ernesto.
As
Banks began to offer investment services. The banking industry changed considerably. Okay, so your friendly neighborhood bank is basically a commercial bank. We all get that?
Yeah.
Okay, and instead of just offering certain services to neighborhood businesses, they now offer them to individuals as well. Services like what?
CDs.
CDs.
Call.
clothes.
Calls. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
No.
No, that's okay. Let me.
Cars.
I know you said cars. I didn't know why you said it. It's not things, so just so you know, Nicole, you're leaving a bunch of loans for things like cars. So it's loans that they offer, not cars. They're not giving out cars. They're willing to give you a loan. Yeah, so when you said cars, I'm like, wait a minute, what? No, it's not cars, you understand now? It is a loan of money so that you can buy a car, okay? So it's loans, CDs, what else? Do you guys know what word relates to loans for houses there? Mortgages.
Rent.
Nope, doesn't say rent. Okay, so checking accounts, savings accounts, mortgages, and loans. Just know those four things. Excuse me, we're not done. Can you have a seat, please?
What?
Can you have a seat?
But I answered the question.
No, congrats.
Don't get persnickety with me.
You want a medal?
It is not time to go. You guys have
2
listen.
minutes.
So it is not in 2 minutes. Class ends at 11:11. Okay, so, and I let you guys out early, and I let you guys leave,
Why
and
aren't
that's
you letting us out?
fine. Because this is important to me that you guys know this, okay? And I'm in the middle of talking, and getting up in the middle of it, and packing up your stuff, and checking yourself out is abusing your privilege. And I think it's extremely disrespectful, okay? So, and what it tells me is that I've given you guys this privilege, and now you guys take it for granted. So here's the deal, if you're gonna continue to do it, you're just gonna remain in here, and you won't leave early, okay? Okay, so, commercial banks offer what kinds of services? Just so you guys know, these are the four important ones. You don't need to know loans, what else?
Mortgage.
Mortgages, and then the other two, savings and checkings. Okay, you may leave them. the rest of you, we're gonna continue talking econ. Where the hell are you going?
We will,
You never go early. You
Ow. Bye, Gosh.
Bye, Libby.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, a savings bank. A savings bank, this is on page 567, guys, so go ahead and turn to page 567. And we're gonna read this all together tomorrow as a group. Hey, is that your fruit right there?
No.
Oops. Miraculously.
I'll ask Libby.
What's that? Hey, can you tell Libby, can you go chase Libby down, please, and tell her to come back here? Hurry up. Krista? Oh, that's not for me?
No.
Yeah, you. I shouldn't say that about Krista. I wasn't saying it about her. Have you guys ever had macadamia nuts?
I'm closing my book.
Why?
Because you take it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.